Hey everybody, Courtney Smith here, and I guess I'm just a little upset over generous Jerome Powell. He came out a couple days ago and he said that, well, there might be a little pain for us to control inflation. And I look at that and I say, real wages are declining. The pain has already started. And the reason is because generous Jerome Powell and his idiotic cohorts as the Fed governors, really, they're the ones that caused this problem. It's not Vlad Putin. It's not supply chain problems. The problem is the Fed policy of pumping out a ton of money, literally trillions of dollars. What? There wasn't going to be any inflation after they did that? Of course there was. As famed economist Milton Friedman said, inflation is always and everywhere a monetary phenomenon. I could prove that to you, but go read Milton Friedman. So what happened is that we had the COVID collapse caused by governments locking down everybody, quarantining healthy people for the first time in history. So that was super weird. And then generous Jerome decided to, well, let's double the money supply. Let's add $3-4 trillion. That sounds fantastic. And then the government under Trump and Biden, both of them said, you know what? We're drunken sailors on shore leave. Let's just give away money. I mean, it doesn't cost us anything. I'm a billionaire, Trump. I'm a super powerful guy with multiple million-dollar houses. That's Biden. So these people aren't going to be affected by inflation. But the average person and poor people in America are affected a lot. If I'm a poor person right now, I'm sitting there going, can I afford to go to work? Because the price of gasoline is double what it was. So now all the money I make is going to gasoline. Oh, and then food prices are up a lot too. So I'm a poor person. Now I can't afford to eat anymore. So it affects poor people the most. It affects middle class people a lot as well. So what happened was we saw housing prices skyrocket because of generous Jerome pumping money. And now, of course, we're going to see the opposite of that. We're going to see housing prices collapse. And that's going to hurt people, average people. You see, generous Jerome and his cohorts in the government are idiots. Now, why do I say they're idiots? Because they keep doing the same stupid things over and over and over and over and over again, and they don't learn anything. When are they going to learn that they can't pump trillions of dollars without causing inflation? It always happens that way. And guess what? Every recession is preceded by the Fed tightening monetary policy. So we're going to see that happen again. These guys are morons. Now, why are they morons? Because they're all academics. Starting with the Obama administration and going through Trump and now with Biden, every single Fed governor is an academic. In the old days, we used to have businessmen on the Fed governors. We used to have bankers. In other words, we used to have people that were in touch with the real world and with real people's problems. Now we have brainiacs who are in the ivory tower not shopping for gasoline and food on the streets. And these people are divorced from reality, and they are ideologues for Keynesianism, except they don't even use the real Keynes philosophy, which when the economy is going great, they should be shrinking money supply. They should be shrinking government spending. No, they're not actually real Keynesians. They're faux Keynesians because they're just saying, spend money. That's not what Keynes said. They call themselves Keynesians, but they're not really Keynesians. They just spend money. And guess what? They got a big printing press down in the basement and they can print out this money like crazy. Oh, but why? Because it's just electrons. They didn't even have to print money. They just pump out electrons to the banking system. The banking system then pumps up speculative bubbles like Bitcoin, like housing, like the stock market, like the bond market. And then when the Fed tightens monetary policy, because of course their last policy was idiotic, then it all comes crumbling down. So we see Bitcoin drop in half. We're going to see housing prices start to drop. The stock market's already in a bear market. It just goes on and on. Did I mention, I think, that Jerome Powell and the Fed governors are idiots? Did I mention that before? These people, they are just unbelievably stupid. They make mistake after mistake. And I'm not blaming Jerome Powell, because Janet Yellen, Ben Bernanke, I mean, they're all idiots. They all do the same thing over and over again, thinking that this time nirvana has occurred, when in actual fact it's just another recession caused by Fed tightening after too much Fed easing. Did I mention I think these guys are idiots? Talk to you later.